Yo, yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at in the world. Tyrant's Bane, aka Definition. Snaps look really here. Welcome, freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters to Freedom's March. Welcome to the march, y'all. Grab your rucksack and get in step. Grab your rucksack and get in step. Because freedom ain't free, and the road to freedom is rough and rugged. Get your boots on, grab your ruck, and get in step. Queen Sister Cameron, how are you this morning? Queen Sister Cameron, the beautiful mind. Go ahead and drop your link in the chat so that people can go check you out. Wonderful channel. A nice little, Sister Cameron's channel is different than any other channel. So, if you guys want something different and fresh, something to ease your mind, go ahead. Her voice is just, the way she speaks and the eloquence in which she carries herself. Very, very nice. Very, very captivating as well. Queen Mother Shakila, how you doing? How are you this morning? And that is her mother. Always steadfast with the support. Always steadfast with the support. So, this morning, you guys got to pardon me. You know what I hate? Just as a little sidebar, I hate when people go to work fucking sick. Why are you going to work sick? You go to work sick and you spread the sickness. At least that's what the germ theory suggests, right? Now, germ theory is still germ theory. And there are some questions about it, right? Because we do know that they have done studies and experiments that show that you can take mucus from a infected human being and give it directly to another human being, they won't get sick. So there are questions about it. But if you go to work sick, what you're doing is you're passing the sickness to other people. Potentially, right? And then there also might be environmental factors. I was feeling better for more than a week. Now all of a sudden, I'm feeling I'm feeling under the weather again. So, it's just frustrating. You know what I'm saying? I sent one of my employees home on Tuesday because she was not feeling good. As soon as she told me she don't feel good, I said, take your ass home. I said, nope, take your ass home. Take your ass home. 2 days later, here your boy go. Losing my goddamn voice again. Anyway, it is what it is. Also, I think, on that dusty ass, rusty ass job site, with all that dust, and then you're in the trailer and the trailer's stuffy, that, it's just a lot of things, right? I appreciate you, Hannah Panette. I appreciate you, Sister Cameron. I don't feel too bad. I felt worse this morning and last night. But I said, as soon as I started feeling bad, took my ass home yesterday. Like, why am I staying? Anyway, so there goes that. I don't necessarily put 100% stock in germ theory, but, it's still, it may be a true thing to some regard. Anyway, I think in reality, I'm probably going through a major detox this year. This does not happen to me every year. Every couple or every 3 years, I go through this type of thing where, I'll be under the weather for a few months on and off. So that could be just it. Maybe I'm going through some type of detox, being on that goddamn job site with all the shit going on there. Anyway, that's why I do so much cardio. That's why I do so much cardio work, because it helps clear your lungs out, helps prevent you from getting so sick, but then you can overdo it as well. So just gotta listen to your body. Anyway, today we're gonna do something different, y'all. We're going to do something different in the world of boxing. Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna do that as soon as I get home. And some bone broth. Bone broth with lemon and honey does the trick. I drank some of that last night, and I felt like it helped me sleep better. Bone broth with honey and lemon. It was actually pretty good too. It was pretty good. Anyway, we're gonna do something different in the sport of boxing. Hello, brother. How much do you look like Uncle? Okay. And eat some toast. I don't know about the bread, y'all. I don't know if I want to consume carbs while I'm feeling this way. Anyway, sport of boxing, we're gonna do something different because you know what? Boxing ego or boxing no-go is right. Boxing, you know, he has something going, y'all. You know, boxing ego is onto something. And it's not just him, right? It's all the other boxing commentators that like to cover people's personal lives. Him, South Sucker TV, you know what I'm saying? They are doing the right, they're doing it the right way. They are doing it the right way. Brother Shalom called him, Sheldon called him boxing Shigo. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely boxing Shigo now with the way he's been acting, but you know what? He's on to something. Every other boxing commentator, boxing YouTuber that tries to keep it boxing or tries to, defend and tries to, dispel the bullshit that's going out, they're doing it wrong, yo. You know, Champ side, he's doing it wrong. He's not covering boxing correctly. He's ass. You know, all of the LDBC, they do not know how to cover boxing. BF, Drew Titan, Blue Blood Sports TV, KG and them, with Supreme Beast, Cadillac Red, 7-8 Sports. They're doing it wrong. They are the dinosaur of boxing. They're the dinosaurs of boxing YouTube. I'm no longer riding and no longer supporting those guys. I'm going to support Boxing No Go, South Sucker TV, and Fannin, all these other ones. Hell, even Keho is doing it wrong. Keho, despite some of the cognitive dissonance he suffers from, despite being so goddamn contradictory and full of shit, at least, he keeps it to boxing. No. Why would we cover boxing when talking about boxers? No. We got it. No, see, y'all got to get with it. Y'all got to get with the time. So from now on, I'm rocking with Boxing No Go. My bad. I guess I should say their names correctly. Boxing Ego, Southpaw TV, Fanon, Punch Drunk. Who else? There's plenty of them out there, right? Plenty of them. Punch Drunk, all those guys. Yes, and those parents who send children to school with fevers. Oh man, that's the worst. Why are you doing that? Oh, I got to go to work. If you don't stay your ass home, stay your ass home with your kids. Because if your kid's sick, then you're likely going to take that sickness to school with you or to work. Yeah, and another thing that could be cool, Shaquila, is that trailer, the air conditioner in the AC system. I don't even know when they changed the air filter in those things. I mean, it's just, you got that Georgia clay dust and all that shit flying around. It's just, I just had to get away from there. I think by Monday I could be cleared up, and then I had to go back to the anyway, got to go back to the bullshit. Look, man, we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong. You just wait for the clap back, as I know. No, it's not a joke, Sister Cameron. No, you got to come over to the dark light side. See, covering boxing when talking about boxers is the dark side of the boxing force. You got to come. Listen, y'all, Cameron, Shaquila, Hannah, y'all got to come over to the light side of the boxing force, y'all. Y'all just don't know what you're talking about. All these guys don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to start doing it. Why not? Right? Why not? Because the most important thing in boxing today is that Devin Haney has put his Las Vegas house up for sale. Yes. That is the most important thing in boxing. Is David Benavidez and David Morrell fighting 2 days from now? Did they not just have the grand arrivals? No, that's not important. That's not important. No. We don't want to see. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to cover that. No, we want to talk about Devin Haney's house being up for sale. So, that is important, y'all. It's important because if Devin Haney sells his house, it could make or break his fight against Jose Ramirez. Depending on who buys the house. If Mexicans buy the house, then Jose Ramirez is going to win. If a black couple or a black family buys his house, then Devin is going to win. That's what we need to be worried about. So, because God knows that that is the most important thing about covering boxing. Tank Davis woke up this morning and brushed his teeth. Cameron said she ain't got to do nothing but pay taxes, die, be black. From the looks of the ops, I ain't even got to go to that. Got to do that. All right, Cameron. You know, I'm not going to fight you on this. I'm not going to fight you. Because you just ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about. No. You just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? We all know that paying taxes and dying is not all you got to do. No. And being black, no. You also have to brush your teeth. You also got to brush your teeth like Tank Davis did. Now, why is Tank Davis brushing his teeth important in the sport of boxing? Well, just so you guys know, the mother of his children, right? His ex. She has founded a new toothpaste company. All right. Now, it's very important that we understand that if you use her toothpaste, then I don't suggest that you get too close to people when you talk to them. But it's going to be the greatest toothpaste you ever used. The toothpaste that Tank's baby mama has created is revolutionary. All right? It's revolutionary toothpaste because it has bacteria in it. All right? Pride Fighter TV was good, brother. Yes, it'll cleanse and heal you. Exactly. Y'all don't understand that the contents of this toothpaste, she hand selects and hand picks the ingredients. The ingredients for this toothpaste, she hand picks it herself. All right? It only comes from the freshest of colons. Colons of people that only eat pineapple, watermelon, and ginger. They don't eat no chicken. They don't eat no beef. Even though if they did eat chicken and beef, then they would barely get any waste product from the chicken and beef. The body would absorb most of it. But that's not the point. The point is the pineapples and the watermelons, right? The papayas and the sourdough. The sourdough is a special ingredient. It contains the yeast that helps break down the sourdough so that when it passes through the colon, it leaves a nice little slick substance, I'll say. TF wants to know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell you what I'm talking about. I'm discussing the most important things in boxing today. I'm talking about Gervonte Tank Davis brushing his teeth with his baby mama's specially made toothpaste. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Like, what are y'all not getting? What are y'all not getting? Yes, please hit the like button. The special toothpaste comes from ingredients that have passed through the colons of people who ate pineapple, papaya, watermelon, the freshest of ingredients, organic, non-GMO. Okay? What does this do? It helps to cultivate the most effective bacteria that you could ever put in your body. How is this important? Well, you have bacteria in your mouth. The bacteria in your mouth is different than the bacteria that exists in your colon and your lower intestines. Okay? And what happens is the colonostic bacteria is much better at breaking down and helping with the ease of passage of carbohydrates. You understand? So when you brush your teeth with this specialized toothpaste, then it will override and overrule the mouth toothpaste, which breaks down carbs as well. But what it does is it wastes the waste product of those bacteria, eats away at the enamel. Well, the bacteria that exists in your colon will also eat that bacteria, and as long as you eat a lot of pineapple, then you will be okay. Now, will your breath smell the best? No, it will not. But it will not smell that bad, because the people with these colons that they get the ingredients from, well, what happens is they don't eat industrial seed oils. They don't eat processed sugar. They eat all organic, non-GMO fruit. Okay, no vegetables. No, they don't eat vegetables. No fiber. No insoluble fiber, because what happens is insoluble fiber creates pockets in your colon and gives you diverticulitis. You don't want that. No, because you'll end up, listen, I don't need to get too much into it. Just understand that this specialized toothpaste is going to help Gervonte Tank Davis beat Lamont Roach. Why? Well, all Tank has to do is breathe out when he's within 3 feet of Lamont Roach. Okay? Shaquila said, sorry, Snap, I had a phone call. It's all good. It's all good. That's what happens. Yeah. Tank will breathe on Lamont Roach, and Lamont Roach will instantly pass out. You know what I'm saying? He'll punch Lamont, maybe give him a nice little right hook, you know what I'm saying, the right check hook, and go. You have to project it properly, because if you don't breathe out hard and fast enough, it's going to be dispersed much too widely. It has to be a concentrated blast of breath. I'm trying to tell you guys how important this is for the sport of boxing. Yes, Gervonte Tank Davis, his baby mama, the toothpaste starts going on sale within the next week. You guys can all get you this toothpaste. I'm serious. Y'all think I'm joking? We need to talk about this. Everybody spread this far and wide. Please share this video. Share this live stream. This is going to be the most important thing you hear. And why is this happening? Why? Listen, look at what? Why is this truck in this lane? Why? Why am I doing 65 in a 75 mile per hour zone? Why is this fucking truck in this lane? Can y'all help me understand this? But if I pull up next to him and honk my horn, he gonna get mad, right? Get your ass over. The fuck? The fuck, man. That shit pissing me off. Anyway, I'm trying to tell y'all how important this is. Yeah, that toothpaste is gonna help. So, I gave you 2 great reasons why Covering boxing in the sport of boxing is not very important. Right? Devin Haney sells his house. If he sells it to a Mexican, Jose Ramirez is going to win. If he sells it to a black man, Devin's going to win. That's how important this shit is. Tank Davis's baby mama special toothpaste is going to be what helps Tank Davis beat Lamont Roach. Mind the man Samusa, what's good, brother? How you doing this morning? I'm just talking about how important it is to cover things in the sport of boxing that has nothing to do with boxing. I'm joining Boxing Ego, South Sucker TV, and all the rest of them cats. I'm joining them. I'm going to cover boxing the way they cover boxing from now on. That's how I'm going to do it. And I'm not even really a boxing channel. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But hey, this is much easier than talking about boxing and getting into the thick of it and being academic about the sport of boxing. This is much easier. That specialized toothpaste is going to be what helps Tank Davis. And from now on, all he has to do is use that. Now, I know that everybody wants Terrence Crawford to do a tune-up fight before September when he faces Canelo Alvarez. Because, you know, Canelo Alvarez is going to be facing, I think, William Skull. I think, I don't know. I keep hearing different shit. I don't know what the fuck. What is going on with? That's not important. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Terrence Crawford fights anybody before September. It doesn't matter who Canelo's fighting in May. That's not important. I'm going to tell you what's important. Right? Terrence Crawford does not need to fight anybody until September because he got a call from Khabib Nurmagomedov. However the fuck you say it. Nurmagomedov? You know what I'm talking about. Khabib from the UFC. Yes. Khabib Nurmagomedov has flown Terrence Crawford out to Russia to wrestle a bear in the Siberian wasteland. Why would he do that? Well, Terrence Crawford likes to wrestle. Terrence Crawford is going to wrestle a bear in Siberia alongside Khabib. And then he's going to wrestle Khabib. This is going to help him beat Canelo Alvarez. He's going to wrestle a bear in Siberia. And then they're going to go to Chernobyl, right? Because Chernobyl, y'all know what happened in Chernobyl, right? Chernobyl had a nuclear Can you hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. My wife called, so my wife called to rant about school stuff. So of course I had to be a listening ears for my wife. Anyway, y'all get it, right? We've been doing it wrong this whole time. They have been doing it wrong. You have to cover boxing in this way. Like I was saying, please throw a 5 in the chat, please, if you guys can hear me. I know I was going for a minute. And anyway. So yeah. Yeah, I'm back. My wife had called. My wife called, so I had to reset everything and all that. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, like I was saying, y'all, Terrence Crawford does not need to fight before September because he is now in Russia with Khabib Nurmagomedov wrestling bears, and they're taking a trip to Chernobyl, right? Now, if you guys know about Chernobyl there was a nuclear plant that had a meltdown, and for a very, very long time, I think it happened in the 80s, you could not enter into Chernobyl, but now it's starting to be okay, right? But there are mutated animals, right, in Chernobyl. So Terrence Crawford is going to be going to Chernobyl with Khabib to fight mutated animals, right? They're gonna train with mutated animals to prepare for his bout with Canelo Alvarez in September. Meanwhile, Canelo is going to be fighting in May, so he's going to stay busy. But that's not important to the sport of boxing. What's important is that Canelo owns a beef farm. Canelo owns a beef farm in Mexico where he gets his food from. And that beef no longer contains clenbuterol, y'all. It does not contain clenbuterol. It contains THC. So, I'm just giving you guys the most important news, okay? I'm giving y'all the most important news in the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez got rid of all the clenbuterol cows and now has THC-enriched cows. So what he does is, have you guys heard of a sweat lodge? You guys heard of a sweat lodge? Well, he basically built a big-ass barn that's like a sweat lodge for cows. So what he does is, he puts these cows in the marijuana sweat lodge, right? With the hot rocks, they throw marijuana on it. You know, they throw hashish, all that stuff. And the cows are inhaling all these fumes, all these marijuana fumes, right? And so what it's doing is saturating their muscle with THC. They're all THC'd out. Then they get slaughtered and they get ground up, right? All the cuts get ground up. And what happens is Canelo's team, they have a factory where they factory roll THC beef blunts. They factory roll these THC beef blunts so that Canelo can smoke them. So he can relax. Because everybody knows that, Canelo smoking THC beef blunts is the most important thing in the sport of boxing. We have to change our mindset, y'all. We have to shift with the times. We have to get with it, people. You know, no longer is fight camp important. Fight camp, who wants to talk about that? You know what I'm saying? The only important thing about fight camp is whether or not the fighter has a six-pack and his chest is glistening. You understand what I'm talking about? Boxing ego knows what he's talking about. He knows how to cover boxing. The only important thing about fight camp is chiseled abs and a sweaty chest. That's the only thing about fight camp that's important. What's more important than that, though, is the THC saturated beef blunts that Canelo smokes, right? He smokes those. And what that does, not only does it relax him, it also strengthens his muscles, right? Because if you can relax, when you go bodybuilding, right? Not bodybuilding necessarily. When you go to the gym and you go to lift weights, you're trying to achieve muscle hypertrophy, it's very important that you stretch the muscle. right? You stretch the muscle as you complete the eccentric motion. You got to stretch it. Like if you're doing a chest press back, you got to really get that stretch in. You got to really stretch that muscle. The stretching of the muscle helps open the muscle up, right? And then when you press out fast as you can. You pause at the top, and then you go down real slow, right? Go down real slow. Twice as slow as you went up, right? Twice as slow. So if your contraction was 1 or 2 seconds or 3 seconds, you can go slow. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? However long it takes for you to press out, or that concentric movement, you must stay within that eccentric movement for twice as long. What the THC beef blunt does is it helps you to stretch your muscle even further. Yeah, that's how you really get that hypertrophy, right? So, we all know beef is good for building muscle, right? It has a lot of nutrients, 5,000 plus nutrients, some of which they don't even know what they do yet. But what the THC does is help open up those nutrients within the cow meat, so that when you absorb it goes within your muscle, and your muscle can do amazing things. And guess what? Only the brilliance of my brother could do that. Cameron, what you talking about? This is, y'all, I'm not making this shit up. Y'all, man, come on, man. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all, listen. I'm not making this shit up. I'm an insider. Okay? I talked to Canelo's abuela. Yeah. She made me some tortillas with fresh matzah. And guess what? Not only can you smoke the THC beef blunt, you can actually roll it. You can actually cook it up and put it in a taco. She made me fresh homemade tacos, and she told me the story as she was doing this. Yeah. Right? So what happens is so when they ground up the THC enriched beef, they dehydrate it or they keep it fresh. You can eat it like an edible, or you can smoke it. So of course you gotta dehydrate the beef if you want to smoke it, right? So that's what happens. This is what happens. So when they enrich, when the nutrients within plus the THC, it doesn't necessarily make you high, right? But what it does is it helps the muscle form and flow, right? And why is that important to the sport of boxing? Well, because when you punch with your chest, right? You punch with your chest, you use all the muscles in your body. And so that when you throw them power shots, I'm trying to tell y'all, the reason Canelo has great upper body movement is because of these THC enriched beef blunts. Because it allows him to be relaxed and move, and you know what I'm saying? It really does, it really does elevate his IQ. It really does. Yeah. That's why all this is, y'all think that this is, listen, y'all that you think Canelo doing pad work and sparring is important? It's not. That's not important. It's not important. What also is important is his golf swing, y'all. Canelo's golf swing is also going to help. Golf swings are very important in the sport of boxing. Why is that? Well, when you set up the shot, you got to wiggle your hips, right? When you wiggle your hips, that helps with the movement of the flow of the swing, right? If you wiggle your hips right before you swing, that's going to open up your hips, and you're going to be able to swing it through, right? You're going to be all relaxed, and that's where the beef blunt comes in. The beef blunt goes through the body, and it helps your muscles relax, and it also opens your hip bones up, right? So when you get that golf swing cracking, you got to stand in front of that ball. You got to wiggle your hips. Then you got to get that, that upswing, right? The upswing, you go like that, do all that. Of course, you got to have the right movement. This is what's going to help Canelo in the sport of boxing. Shaquila says she encouraged me to go further. Oh man, y'all think that I'm making this up? No, I'm trying to tell y'all. Canelo's golf swing is very important in the sport of boxing, y'all. And so is Terrence Crawford's wrestling, right? And his Chernobyl mutant animal fights. I'm trying to tell you guys, these are the most important things. Sad thing is, those other channels will regurgitate. Oh yeah, they'll regurgitate it. They would. They would if they thought it was true. They would. They would. So, I don't, there are a lot of channels talking about Shakur Stevenson's hands, right? And how they might be broken, how they might not be broken. Are they broken? Are they not broken? Why the fuck is that important? Why should we be talking about Shakur Stevenson's hands, y'all? This is boxing. Why are we talking about hands? Y'all tripping. This is what y'all really need to be worried about. I'm trying to tell you guys, this is what y'all really need to be worried about, okay? This is what y'all need to be worried about in the sport of boxing. Hands are not important in the sport of boxing. The health of Shakur's hands are relevant. Whether or not they're swollen, whether or not, it doesn't matter. You know that Shakur has children, right? Shakur has children. Shakur's children and what they do is much more important than what Shakur does during training camp and whether or not his hands are broken. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it to you. See, back in the day, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 45. Well, I'll be 45 in next week. Next Tuesday, I'll be 45. Actually, I'll be 45. Back in the day, and I'm gonna tell you why Shakur Stevens' children, why their activity is much more important, right, than his hands. Okay, whether or not his hands are healthy. I'm gonna tell you right now. But first, I gotta take you back way back in the day when you used to walk to the street. Like, you know how people used to walk to the street? You know how kids used to walk to the street without their, to the street. They used to walk to the store. I remember I used to give my stepmama cigarettes from the store around the corner when I was staying at her house in Inglewood. And, I would go with my brothers or whatever, and we'd just be out there walking around. Yes, back in the time. Yes, Queen Sister Cameron. You know how sidewalks got cracks? You know how there's cracks in the sidewalk? There's concrete slabs that they put in the sidewalk to create the sidewalk, right? They have segments. And those segments pressed together, you see a crack. Remember you used to walk down the street and say, step on a crack, break your daddy back? Well, that's true. That's reality. So I was always careful not to step on a crack. You understand? So this is why Shakur Stevens' children's activities are much more important than his hands. Because if his kids step on a crack, what's going to happen to Shakur, y'all? Come on, let's use common sense. What is the next logical chain of events? If one of Shakur Stevens' children step on a crack, it's going to break Shakur Stevens' back. That's why his children's activities are much more important than his hands in the sport of boxing. Because we do not want his children to break his back by stepping on a crack, y'all. Immediate breakage. Immediate breakage. In half. Like Bane did to Batman. Bane did to Batman, if Shakur Stevens' children, right, steps on a crack, it'll break Shakur Stevens' back. And that will greatly affect his boxing career. You understand what I'm talking about? See, y'all got to get with it. Y'all just have to know what we're dealing with. We have to deal in reality, y'all. Egul Prada says hi from Indonesia. How you doing, brother or sister? Sheesh, and I caught up in that one. Yeah, you got caught up in that, for sure. Everybody knows that if you're a child, you got to be a child. You can't be a grown person. You can step on all the cracks you want right now. You can step on a crack pipe, and your parents will be okay. It's gonna be all right. Don't worry about Cameron stepping on the cracks. She's much too old. Wait, let me take that. That sounded wrong. She's in her adulthood, so therefore, whoa. Seriously? You just gonna hop on over, huh? Okay. Let me get away from this motherfucker. This motherfucker just jumped in my lane and almost sideswiped me. Anyway, good thing I have great defensive driving skills. So you got to drive for other people out here in the South, for real, because they don't drive for themselves. You got to drive for them. They'll just get over, especially if it's a truck, a big ass semi. They don't give a hot fuck. Yes, was there a car pulled over on the right hand side? Yes, but why are you waiting to get over right before you get to the car? Why not get over way before you can see the motherfucker coming from hundreds of meters? Why are you just now, right before you get to the car on the side of the road, you want to get over and damn near sideswipe? What kind of sense does that make? Don't even use it. Whatever. Whatever. These motherfuckers not all to drive out here. Anyway, and y'all be worried about me keeping my eyes on the road. Trust me. If you live in the South and you get on these highways, you will understand. If especially on the 20, any of these highways, you see those crosses that are pinned to these trees and posted on the side. When you see those crosses with names on it, and you see them every week in different locations, trust me, you understand what's at stake driving in the South, goddammit. Like that one right there. I just passed across. I'm trying to told you. This motherfucker gonna wait. Whatever, man. Whatever. Anyway, so listen, y'all got to get with the program. Y'all just have to understand the nuance in the sport of boxing, y'all. Right? Listen, do y'all want me to give you more examples? I can give you more examples. I think I made my point clear enough. But if you guys need more examples, let me know, because, everybody has a personal life, right? And what they do outside of boxing is only what you perceive as being outside of the sport of boxing. Everything that they do is very important to the sport of boxing and how it's covered, right? We know this. We have to know this, y'all. We listen. We just have to be visionary, like a Boxing No-Go, a South Sucker TV, right? We just have to. We got to think, like, we got to understand what's important. That's really what it is. That's why old media is dying. That's why, Sean Porter, what's his name? Andre Ward, and now Timothy Bradley is trying to get in the YouTube boxing. That's why they do it, because they understand what the game is. Because Andre Ward and Sean Porter, they're just pretending right now to cover boxing by covering boxing. That's not really what. Pretty soon they're going to be covering, when Tonka Truck Davis gets him a gerbil. That is going to be, trust me, when he gets that pet gerbil and he ends up in the hospital like Richard Gere, that is going to be the highlight of boxing talk. That is going to be what's what. I'm trying to tell you. Tonka Truck Davis gets that gerbil, and if he's not careful with that gerbil, they're gonna have to give. Hey, They're going to have to use an x-ray to find that motherfucker and get that motherfucker out like Richard Gere. I'm trying to tell you. I might have aged myself talking about Richard Gere, but, you know, it doesn't matter because I told y'all my age anyway. So, yeah. Doesn't look like y'all want me to give more examples, so I'm going to stop. But understand, man, we have to be open-minded. We got to be open-minded. We have to be open-minded. We got to get with the program, y'all. We have to cater to the youth by talking about what we think they want to hear, instead of discussing what they should hear when discussing boxing. No, we got it. We can't do that, because we don't want them to appreciate the sport for the sport. We have to draw them in by talking about irrelevant shit that has nothing perceptively to do with boxing, but it all has to do with boxing. Understand that. Understand that. And look, y'all gotta, you know how they talk about the Lamont Roach versus Tonka Truck Davis fight, how they're going to support black business by watching that fight, by paying for the fight, by going to the fight. Don't stop there, y'all. If you guys are going to do that, also go buy his baby mama's toothpaste. It should be hitting the shelves next week. This is really going to revolutionize how your mouth feels when you're brushing your teeth every morning and in the evening. Remember, in the morning and the evening. And when you wake up in the morning, you're going to give morning breath a whole new meaning, right? You're going to give morning breath a whole, especially if you have a spouse. But if you guys both use this specialized toothpaste, then it will cancel each other out and you guys will live in bliss. Morning breath will be a thing of the past. You understand? You'll be nose blind by that point. You just got to go get the toothpaste. All right? It's called colon cleanse of the mouth. Right? It's called colon cleanse of the mouth. So basically, you're using ingredient from the colon to cleanse the mouth. Very, very revolutionary. Very revolutionary. You guys go check that out. Support black business. And you will get a tube of black toothpaste. Right? A tube of black. They have to put it through a certain process and it ends up becoming black, right? You can't just, they have to do certain things, right? So, support black business. Support black business by getting that toothpaste before you go to, if you want to support black business by watching that fight, you got to get the toothpaste too. Do not be a hypocrite. You have to support every black business, ever. Anytime black people provide a service, you have, it doesn't matter how horrible the service is. It doesn't matter how horrible the service is that comes from those black people. You have to support it. It doesn't matter if they support a racist drug cheat. If they support a racist drug cheat, you have to look past that. You got to look past that, right? You got to look past that, and you have to support no matter what. If you go to the business, if you go to a black business, right? Let's say you go to a black restaurant, and they open at 1:30 in the afternoon because for whatever reason, black restaurants don't open until afternoon. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. And they open 3 days a week. I don't know how they stay open, but it is what it is. If you go to this black restaurant and you order the chicken, it opens at 1:30. You get there at 1:45. You get there at 1:45 and you order the chicken, the fried chicken and peach cobbler. And they tell you, yeah, we out of chicken and peach cobbler. We out of chicken and peach cobbler. And you say, what? Don't do that. No, Don't say, what the fuck you mean you're out of chicken and peach cobbler? You only been open for 15 minutes. No. Don't do that. What you're supposed to do is wait in the restaurant until they get a shipment of chicken and peaches. Sit in the restaurant until they get a fresh shipment of chicken, peaches, and pie crust. Then you wait for them to get it all. You gotta, as a matter of fact, you should help them get the shit in the building. You go out to the truck and you help them get the shit in. Then you sit there and wait while they no, fuck that. You have to cook the chicken with them. Go back there in the kitchen. Ignore the roaches and the rats. Right? Ignore that. Ignore the hairballs and the oxtail. Forget about that. No. You're supposed to sit there, help them cook the chicken, help them bake the peach cobbler, and then you're supposed to happily eat that shit and give them a $30,000 tip when the plate only cost $50. Yes. You ordered a 3-piece fried chicken wing and 1/4 of a slice of a slice of a slice of a half of a slice of a slice of a micrometer slice of pie with the width of 18 nanometers. Yes, you got 3 pieces of fried chicken. The wings are that small, and you got a 1/4 thousandth of a tenth of an inch of a thousandth of a millimeter square, nanometer per second, kilometer high, light year and back slice of pie. It costs $50. But you're not supporting black business unless you pay $50 for all that after you done help them fry the chicken, bake the pie, and carry all that goddamn chicken and pie ingredients into the house. Into the house. Yeah, it might be they fucking house. You might go to the restaurant, it's they fucking house. They just decorated the front, make it look like a restaurant. Yeah, it might be the house. It might be the house. Yeah, you're supposed to do all that. You're supposed to go through all those links just so that you can say you supported black business. And when you pay $50 for those 3 pieces of fried chicken that was fried, god damn, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, man? Yo, these goddamn truck drivers. These motherfuckers, man. Anyway, after you done, hey, give them $50 for that plate. And you are not supporting black business enough unless you leave them a $50,000 tip. Yeah, you gotta leave them. And then when she gives you attitude because it wasn't $50,500, you're supposed to say, oh, my bad, and give them another $2,000. And then she's gonna pop her bubble gum and say, I guess, and walk away, and then go buy 8 hair pieces and get 18-inch nails on her fingers. And she gonna be like, man, we had this customer come in today. That motherfucking cheap. Only gave me $52,000 and $500,000. That's what I meant. Cheap ass nigga. You know what I mean? But, and then she gonna blast you on Instagram and show a video of you only giving her $52,500. And she gonna say, look at this cheap nigga. That's why I want me an Italian man. I'm a divester. Child. Yeah, child. I'm a divest up in here. Yeah, baby. See, the white man would have gave me $60,000 and bought me a house and gave me a sailboat. Yeah, honey. Yeah. Now, for some reason, the white man wants to strangle me at night. He wants to strangle me while we having sex, but girl, you know, that don't mean nothing. Honey. Yeah. You support that. You support that. If you don't support that, then something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you if you do not support a black business owner that does all that. What don't you understand about their struggle? What don't you understand about the struggle? Y'all don't know nothing about struggle. Don't you know that Tonka Truck Davis was a struggling? All up in that gym every day, learning how to fight so he can earn millions. How dare y'all? How dare y'all look down on that man for wanting to pull up a 130 pounder to have his way with him? How dare you take Tonka Truck Davis that way? Don't y'all know how he struggled in the streets? Don't you know he was in the streets eating rat burgers and drinking cat milk? Listen, y'all don't understand, man. He was raised by a cat. Tonka Truck Davis was raised by an alley cat. And the nigga ate rat burgers and drank titty milk from the cat. Don't y'all know how rough that is? That nigga grew up in the alley. And then whenever he wanted to go to the gym, the cat put Tonka Truck Davis on her back and clawed her way to that gym to drop him off at Calvin. And Calvin said, "Thank you, Miss Kitty. Thank you, Miss Kitty. I appreciate you." And then Tank would get it in, and then after that, Mama Cat would go pick him up and carry him back to the alley. And then she would have to go hunt some more rats to cook him up some burgers. Didn't y'all know that he was struggling? Yeah. And when she was gone, all the little alley kittens would pick on him. Didn't y'all know that? The alley cats would pick on him, scratch him with their little claws, and pounce on him because they was trying to practice hunting rats. Don't y'all know the struggle? The struggle is real. He was raised by cats, y'all, in the concrete jungle of Baltimore. And only by the skin of his teeth did he make it to that gym every day. Only by the skin of his teeth. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had to lay up in that futon, or whatever the hell you call it, beanbag. He had to be in all black because he had memories of his adoptive cat mama being all black. She had all black fur. Oh, yeah, dead, Mike? You be all right. Go watch the replay. I'm about to be done in a minute anyway. Look, Tonka Truck Davis had memories, fond memories, of his mama cat, his adopted mama cat, being all black, having all black fur. So he had to put on all black and lay up in that beanbag because when he started making his money, he bought her a little house and got her a little beanbag that she can lay up in. And that was how she laid up in that beanbag. Don't y'all know that? Tonka Truck Davis struggled worse than any other child in the history of America. Y'all don't know nothing about growing up in alleys, being raised by cats, and having little alley kittens scratching you, biting you, whipping you with their tails, and pouncing on you like you a little rat. And that's why he grew up so tough. That's why he is the way he is. That's why he goes so hard in the paint. When he gets in the ring, he just sees his eyes turn red, right? And they form into little slits, the pupils. The pupils form into little vertical slits. And he goes, "Rah!" and starts beating the shit out of people. That's why, y'all. He's having flashbacks of getting clawed by the alley kittens. Y'all just don't know the struggle. That's why we have to support black business, y'all. We got to support black business because Tonka Truck Davis grew up in the mean alleys of Baltimore. Okay? That's why. Y'all just do not understand the struggle. And listen. Some people were raised by wolves. Some people were raised by lions and tigers. You know, in the jungles and in the Serengeti. They would hunt warthogs and chase leopards so they can get their kill and fight off hyenas. But Tonka Truck Davis had an even worse struggle, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Those alleys had tetanus in it, tuberculosis, all manner of bacteria persisted in those alleys, right? And when the alley cat mama, when his mama could not find the rat, she had to go to restaurants and climb through the garbage and bring him half-chewed macaroni salad. Because everybody knows that macaroni salad is nasty as shit. But for some reason, chefs make it. I don't know what. Can y'all tell me why people eat macaroni salad? Cold macaroni salad with mayonnaise on it. I did. What is going on with the macaroni salad? Dead Mike asked me if I heard about the chopper versus there. Yes, I did. I was going to cover that. But I didn't have enough time to look into it. I didn't want to just come on here and say, yeah, an airplane flew into a chopper. I just didn't have, I didn't have, I wanted to look into it a little more. I heard about it. Listen, y'all. Listen. The struggle is real. Now, I'm going to tell you guys about me. I grew up in LA, on the mean streets of LA. Yeah. Compton, in particular. My mama used to take me to the horses. There are a lot of horses in Compton. There are a lot of horse owners. There are a lot of people that own horses in Compton. There used to be people riding around on horses all over Compton. Well, my mom joined the military, right? My mom joined the military, and she had to leave me with her horse Sunshine, a beautiful horse, right? A beautiful mare named Sunshine. And I would stay with Sunshine in her barn, and I would eat hay and carrots with her. The keeper would come and brush us and groom us with that big ass brush and spray us down. And I would ride Sunshine all around. I learned how to ride on horseback when I was 3 years old, y'all. When I was 3, I was riding horseback. No saddle. No saddle. All right. Now don't take your minds to the gutter. This beautiful mare Sunshine, none of that happened. I rode on her back. We would ride around in the field. Now, I was also raised by an animal, basically. When my mother was in the military, and she had to go on drills and, whatever the fuck she was doing in the military, I was staying with the horse. And, it was nice living. It was a good way to be raised by an animal. So I don't understand Tank's struggle. I don't understand it. So I'm not going to judge it. I've never been raised by alley cats. I was raised by a beautiful horse. One time we were walking through the mean streets of Compton, and we were accosted by some treetop Pyrus. Yeah, they was all over the place. They came at us hard. God damn, man. The brake slammers. God damn. Anyway. So, so we was riding through Compton, streets of Compton. We were accosted by some treetop Pyrus. And, I said, I don't bang, homie. It didn't matter to them. But guess what? Sunshine whipped around and kicked all of them with their little back legs, with their little hindquarters. Just kicked holes all up in their chest. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand your animal mother coming to your defense when you are in trouble. Just like Tonka Truck Davis's mama cat did for him when he was in the alley being attacked by little kittens. Everybody has their own struggle. And we should not judge. We should not judge. You understand? We have to remember that everybody has their own experiences, and it is what it is. You do what you do. Queen Mother Shaquilla ain't having it. She said that for rearranging the truth. I guess, yeah, a little karmic stuff going on. Yeah, Sunshine did that, Cameron. She laid all their asses out. I'm trying to told you. She did that. Right on Greenleaf. Right on Greenleaf. We was riding down Greenleaf. Fuck their ass up. You know, it is what it is. My struggles were different. You know, my struggles were different. I have no idea what Tank went through, you know. But what I do know is that we should just go support Tank Davis, Tonka Truck Davis, fighting anybody he wants to fight, no matter how good or how rewarding the fight is. It doesn't matter. If he wants, like I said, if he wants to join the circus and fight all the circus animals, that's his prerogative. And we should support that no matter what. And so with that, I'm going to let y'all go, man. Y'all, listen, y'all stay off Boxing No Go, South Sucker TV. Y'all stay off their head, man. Y'all should do what they're doing. Because it's great for the sport. It's great for the sport. Cameron says didn't see you on Twitter. I appreciate it. No, I don't. I had an active Twitter account. I don't even know how that works. Like, I deactivated because it was just too much going on there. I didn't understand how to use Twitter. Dead Mike asked me, where am I going? I just pulled up. Listen, bro, that's why you can go watch the replay. Listen, I'm not feeling that well. I'm going through a detox right now. And yeah, I didn't talk all the energy out of my day. So I'm about to get up off of this thing. I don't even feel that good. But it's all good. The replay, I've been on here for an hour and 7 minutes. So you got a good hour to go rewatch what I just went through. And it took a lot. Because I got all these, I'm an insider if y'all didn't know. I'm a boxing insider. So all the information I gave you guys is real information. Shaquilla trying to play me, Queen Mother Shaquilla trying to play me and act like I'm just making stuff up. But it's all good. I love her anyway. And I love my sister Cameron. And Dead Mike, you know, Dead Mike is Dead Mike. Yes, exactly, Sister Cameron. So I appreciate you guys coming through. Cameron, Shaquilla, Dead Mike was in here. I think a person named Hannah. I'm not familiar with her or him. Mind the Man Samusa came through. Who else? Shout you guys out. I tend to shout people out at the end because it takes a while for my stream to build up with viewers. But it is what it is. Anyway, much love, guys. Thank you for sharing if you did. Thank you for liking if you did. And thank you for having fun with me today. This was goddamn fun. I am a creator. You know, I've written a book, if you guys didn't know. It's called The Seeds of Dark Matter Disease. It's on Amazon right now. If you guys want to go check that out. When did I finish reading it? I wrote that back in 2015. So it's been a minute. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how my creative mind works on a piece of prose, you guys go check that out. It's really good. I get every review I've gotten on Amazon is a good review. Cameron says, say it again. Okay, it's The Seeds of Dark Matter Disease. But there's a colon before disease. So it's The Seeds of Dark Matter, disease. It's right there on Amazon. There's an ebook, and then there's the hard copy. I would like for you guys to buy the hard copy so that you guys can have it. But, you know, the ebook is just as good. You know what I'm saying? It's more convenient, and it is cheaper, way cheaper. So if you guys want to get the cheaper version, I really just want as many people as possible to read my book. I'm not great at self-promotion, so I never really ever promote my book. But the reason I thought about it is because you guys are talking about how creative I'm being right now. So I was like, okay, well, I did write a book. It's fictional. So if y'all go check that out. Yeah, Emmy Magnum. Yes, ma'am. That is my pen name. That is my pen name, Emmy Magnum. Yes. If you want a signed copy, what you can do is you can hit me up on PayPal, right? And I will order the book myself. I'll order multiple books. And then when they get to me, I'll sign it and then mail it to you. But it might take a while. It's not going to be as quick as if you order it straight from Amazon. But it won't be a signed copy. But if you PayPal me at, let's see, what's my PayPal? TigerMag1@hotmail.com. And yeah, that was the very first email address I ever had. I was like 16 years old. And I love tigers. Well, I appreciate that, Sister Cameron. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, and I would love if you did a little review about the book if you read it on your channel. That would be great. But I appreciate you for ordering it. I really appreciate you. That means a whole lot to me. I don't even know how much it costs. How much does it cost now, Cameron? Because I know the price goes up and down, up and down. I don't even know how much the price is right now. I'd be forgetting about it, real talk, y'all. But yeah, if you want a signed copy, then I can do it that way. I don't have a P.O. box right now. Otherwise, it's $15. Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate that. I do want to do another edition. I want to clean it up a whole lot more with the editing. There's a long story behind that. I hired an editor, paid her like damn near $3,000 to edit my book, and I wasn't really happy with it. No. If you're talking about my PayPal is TigerMag1@hotmail.com. When it was still called Hotmail and not Outlook. Yeah, I was 16 years old and I love tigers. So tiger is my favorite animal, still my favorite animal. It's my spirit animal. And so I was like, and the mag was a play on my last name. So basically TigerMag1@hotmail.com. That if you want to, pay the $15 and I'll order the books, sign it and send it to you. Have I seen Tiger King? I don't think so. Oh, that's what's up, Cameron. It'll be there on the 1st. I appreciate you. Did you look at the reviews? The reviews are good, right? The reviews that are on there. I was proud of myself for it, So I really appreciate you going to cop that. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm really wearing myself out right now. And I still got, not too long, 45 minutes. 45 minutes left on the trip, man. It's not a bad trip today. 45 minutes left, y'all, and I'll be hopping in that bed, taking me a little nap before I get to work. Because, I'll be doing some work today from the house. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming through. Much love, like, share, subscribe. We're going to keep marching forward toward freedom and truth. Peace.